let's give this a try. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to go from scratch and install GNS3, which I went ahead and downloaded. And we're going to see if we can't get it working with virtual machines, so we can do layer 2 switching. I've done this before. I have it working on my laptop, but I did that a while back, and it hasn't really been that big of an issue since then. So we're going to see if we can't do it to give everybody else some help. I have a feeling that this is probably going to blow up in my face at some point. This isn't my PC either. Not that I don't dig the bird or whatever, but I just wanted one that didn't have anything else on it. What we got? Yeah, it's horrible. Here we go. Yeah, if your Google flu is strong enough, you can Google a lot of this stuff. I just Googled IOU VM GNS3 SourceForge. We should see as of February, this should be what we need here. A relatively new IOU VM that we can import into VirtualBox. You'll forgive me if I'm completely unorganized here. Yeah, make a desktop icon. Install everything, since I've never installed anything here. I'm gonna save that. Yes. So with doing the all-in-one, you're gonna have to jump through a lot of hoops. Definitely want to do that. Finish. This is saying it's going to take 11 minutes up here, so there's a good chance I'm going to cut this video. Unless it actually takes that long to install all this stuff, which I don't think so. Finish. SolarWinds. Yeah, 12 minutes, so I'm going to edit the video to make it a little shorter. 14, this is not helping. For those of you on Google Fiber, I do hate you. Tinged with lots of envy and jealousy. Just default installing everything. It's a relatively fresh install on this computer too, so if you haven't done any of this before, you're gonna see all this. As far as I'm concerned, you can just hit the next, continue, yes. I agree to everything except browser toolbars. And you should get through this relatively painlessly. Built this computer recently. Not too bad. beefier than my laptop at least. I realize that I say a lot. For those of you out there that really drives you crazy, I'm terribly sorry. That's a stall tactic to try to get my mouth to catch up to my brain. Hey, that's down to 5 minutes. I'm still going to cut that out, but unless, of course, it takes 5 minutes to do the rest of this. We'll see. For those of you that can hear that cup in the background, that's Coca-Cola. I have a love affair with caffeine. All right. Goodbye. X that out. Actually, what I'm probably going to do is if this finishes before that download gets done. Yeah, so I'm going to go get the caffeine. You are welcome. One thing I am going to tell you is if you can go to Google and type iourc, Google Drive or whatever, and you will find this file here. This is what I've used to make this work for me. Of course, Notepad's not there. Paste. Save as. All files. IOURC. I have a folder here called GNS3 stuff. I'm just going to throw everything in. Save. Definitely going to need that for later. And yeah, I'll be back shortly. Okay, so we are back. I don't have any script or anything. I'm just rolling with it, and we're gonna see. That's interesting. Let's see if we can find it over here. There's Wireshark, GNS3, SolarWinds. Huh. Of course not. I have a feeling if I use that search up there, it's going to take me somewhere I don't want to go. I dislike other search engines. I find them less useful. All right. Downloads everywhere. And the extension pack, why not? I wanted this to be a lot quicker, but of course, real life intrudes and ruins the magic of it. That's alright. Doesn't seem to be like it's going to be a long time. Take that. That over here. Take this. Also put that over here. remember the first time I got the whole thing to work, it was not that fun. I just troll around the internet praying I run into somebody that has something useful to say for my situation, but I tend to find out that that usually isn't the case for some reason. So a lot of this is just really trial and error and piecing things together from numerous sources. I have a feeling we're going to have to reboot. By we, I mean me. How many of these things are there? Enough to get the job done. And install the extension pack. Install. We agree to everything. Oh, I forgot it's going to take a while to import. Or does it? Import appliance. All right. Desktop. GNS3 stuff. U. There's no other MAC addresses, so we're good. Import. I cannot start the machine because let's change the network settings. Let's do internal network and see if it likes that a little better. Capture, that's fine. It seems to always run VirtualBox first, or else it doesn't work in GNS3. Like that in legal instruction business. Dropping to a shell. What happened? Gave up waiting for a boot device. Okie dokie. Right control. Let's turn that little guy off. Okay. How about we reboot? That seems prudent. All right. We're going to see if that mattered. Oracle was probably on there earlier. All right. I feel good about it. Yeah, it always gives you that first failed message up there for some reason. Logins root, Cisco, and that should be that. Right control gets you out of there. So that's cool. Now where's GNS3? This is going to be the FE part. Cancel that. Oops. Let's make a new one. Go to the desktop. You can find these images. They're out there. I actually own some hardware, so yeah, me. Not enough to do everything I need to, sadly. Okay, this is my router image. The other one is going to be used for the switching part of it. Yes, decompress it. Next. 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 Let it find the idle PC. Okie dokie, finish. I haven't had a problem with not having that number. Might just be me. IOU devices. Okay, we're going to go up to this and add the remote server. That has to be there. That's what the IOU is going to be running on, which by default, crap, which means that this isn't going to work because I can't get to it with the network card it currently has. Settings. Although I have a feeling since we've restarted here, this is going to be able to use the host only adapter, which I'm pretty sure I can get to. Find out in a second anyways. I feel pretty good about it. This is all feeling kind of familiar. Okay, back here, so let's see if we can ping that. Ping. There it is. Of course, that's just the adapter. It doesn't necessarily mean it's talking here, but should be. Good way to try to find this out is I'm going to come up here and go to 192.168.56.101 colon port 8000 / upload. There it is. Browse to our GNS3 stuff folder, get our layer 2 image, upload that. Should take just a second. What that did was actually put it on the virtual machine here, which GNS3 will then go here to look for it, but we have to supply that path. It seemed like there was a license file I had to point this thing to. Can't remember where that was. Alright, well, this wasn't there. That's the only other place, right? Maybe it's in here somewhere. It's a remote server. Next. There is no remote server. Huh. Registered. Oh, here we go. Browse to our. Is that right? Yes. Our iourc file. It's Linux only. See if it likes this a little better. Ah, there it is. Now it's populated. Next, you have chosen to use a remote server. Provide the path with the... okay, that is exactly what we're doing. You can name this whatever you want. It is a layer 2 image. We're going to browse. Oh, it doesn't let you browse. That was the thing. You got to right click and paste the path you got off of the web page in there, which points to the virtual machine, and hit finish. There it is. Apply. OK. Now, in theory, I should be able to drag router 1 over, drag the switch over. These things don't have fast Ethernet ports, as you can see, but that really, I mean, after just a minute of playing around with this and getting used to the fact that there's only 3 in each slot there, you know, 0 to 3, so you get 4 ports, 0 to 3, another 0 to 3, and I haven't really ran out of these yet. I cannot communicate with server, most likely because your local server host binding is set to a local address. What the heck does that mean? Local host server. Let's get out of that. Let's hit play, see what happens. Sometimes you get errors down here. There's router 1. Works. Of course, that's the easy part. Why no switch 1? There's switch 1. Yeah, he's there. Now let's try to plug them together, see. No, it doesn't like that, does it? Localhost server binding. Let's go look for that. Preferences, GNS3 server. Let's change this to 56.1, right? So that would then be not pointing to a local server, it would point to the remote server. Oh my gosh, yes, okay, we're gonna kill everything now that we've saved that, so let's close it, since it doesn't like all this changes. This kills my efficiency. Not that my ADD doesn't act up and I don't go off anyways, but get you back. You back. Didn't I just change that? Or how many people give up right here? Oh. Yeah, okay. So it didn't accept that change. So we're going to kill everything beforehand. Why isn't it here? Open broadcaster's there. Not GNS3. GNS2, right? That's normal. It always says that. Cancel file. Edit preferences, GNS3. Change that to... Oh, here we go. Please allow access to everything. Just for simplicity's sake, you can go back and change this later. Allow access. Your firewall will wreck your ability to ping if you're trying to connect this to your actual network. Okay, now you come out here. Yes, we want you to be able to do it too. You get out here. Play. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Console. There it is. Console here as well. On my version of Super Putty. Close that. It actually gives me tabs. I don't know why this isn't. Maybe I have a more experimental version installed, I think, because I don't like all these things open. So, router 1, already at that prompt. Interface 00, right? Give it a 2.1 address. Make sure that's up. Now one thing you're going to notice is it's going to start barking about full duplex, because that's by default not on. You're going to have to change that on the switch every time. I'm going to go do it here, just to make sure it's not trying to auto-negotiate. Can't remember which ports it was on here. Oh, it has 0/0. Okay, so let's go do that. Interface Ethernet. That's what took me a while to get over. 0/0 duplex is going to be full. One thing these images do that I do not like is, for some reason, IP routing is on by default. Turn that off. Default gateway. Right, okay, so go give VLAN something that the router can ping to verify that these two are going to talk. I don't want you guys to think that this isn't going to work. Feel really good about it at this point. IP address 2.254. No shut. Make sure that comes up. Okay, everybody's up, so here we should be able to ping 254. And there it is. Want to verify that over here. Debug. IP ICMP, right? Just to make sure we're getting messages. So there we go. Everybody is happy. At this point, you can use VirtualBox to drag in actual clients and communicate across the real IP networks, and build any kind of crazy scenarios that you want until you run out of space on your system. So I hope you guys like this. Yeah, hope it helps somebody. If you run into problems, I mean, I really don't know what to do for you guys. As you can see, I run into problems doing this. But hopefully I mean, if you do what I did, I'm going to assume that you're going to get the same results. Of course, everybody knows what they say about assuming. If you're having like some ridiculous trouble, turn your firewall off, because if that has popped up and you've accidentally blocked it, or if you didn't see it or it flashed up and you accidentally hit a key and it accepts that, it's going to ruin your life. So when I'm testing this out, I just turn the firewall off on my Windows machine. But yeah, enjoy.